Welcome back, everybody. It is your man Poppahack with my man Payday on the Beat, and we are Life in Stereo. On this episode, we have our friend Chad Himme. Everybody, welcome Chad.
Woo!
What is up?
The man.
What's going on, guys?
What is up, Chad? So how's life been treating you? What's going on? Introduce yourself to everybody. Let everybody know who you are, what you got going on.
No. So as you all know, my name is Chad. I do go by C Himme, as most people call me. C Himme as a nickname. Life has been great. I've been married now for 2 years. As you
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I am been in the car business actually for a little over 10 years, which is kind of crazy to say that I've been in the automotive business for a little over 10 years. But also on the side, I do a little sports podcasting. I'm actually getting ready to start my new sports podcasting. My first episode is going to be tomorrow. And I also do public address for high school football.
Well, you want to talk a little bit more about your car business, what you've been doing the past 10 years, where you work at, give your business a shout out.
So I got my start actually in rental car for Enterprise, National Alamo. Just like kind of like checking in the cars like throughout the day. I got to learn, all of the different, makes and models and drive the different, vehicles. And then I stepped out of that and got into the internet sales at a dealership up in Wexford, PA, called Wright Automotive. I was there for about a year and a half. And then after there, when I got like my feet wet, I moved to, it was once called Day Apollo Volkswagen. I'm still there now, but now it got bought over by the largest automotive, I guess you could say, company in the U.S. called Lithia. So now we're called Moon Volkswagen, or Volkswagen and Moon. And I am their head internet manager. So I've been there for a total of 8 years. I did leave for about 9 months, went to a different dealership. Didn't work out there, but I was very fortunate that I was able to go back to Moon Volkswagen and reprise my role there. So I've been there ever since.
All right, everyone, we want to shout out our sponsor, Dubby. They're a new energy drink. They're a modern approach on energy. It's not 2018 anymore, and energy drinks need to evolve. No sugar, no fillers, no artificial flavors, no dyes, no none of that crap. They got Palm Balm Energy, Purple Dub Sauce, Mystery Flavor, Blue Raz, all kinds of different flavors. It'll blow your head off. Dubby. Click the link below. Use the code Poppahack. Nice. All right, you said you're an internet manager. What
Yes.
do you do? Like, what do you just post ads? Like, what do you do?
I do post ads. I post stuff on like social media. Like if we sell a car, or if I sell a car, or I bring a customer in from the internet and they end up purchasing a car, like I'll post it to my business page that I have. But I also handle, I don't want to say all, but most of the internet like inquiries that come in throughout the day. So if you were to inquire about a car online, we call them leads. The lead would come into our system that we use, and I would handle it. I would, reach out to the customer. Basically, my main goal was to get them to come into the store. Also,
come in.
I'm sorry.
I said get them to come in the store. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, my main goal is to get them to come into the store, look at the car, and then the sales specialist will, try to turn that into a sale.
So that's cool. So what about the sports announcing? How the hell did you get into that?
Oh God, I've been doing sports announcing since I was in school. I went to Cornell High School. I graduated back in 2007 from Cornell, and when I was a senior, they had asked me to do some PA for like the homecoming stuff, like all like the homecoming announcements.
Mhm.
So I did that because I would do some PA for like the actual games. And then Cornell had not had a team for like 4 years. They didn't have a team. They co-opted with a school over in Swickley called Quaker Valley. It went well over there. We co-op with them for 4 years, and then we finally got our team back. And then the first year that they came back, the athletic director had asked me to, come back and actually work for the team, do some social media stuff, and then eventually do PA whenever the original PA guy had left. They had asked me to do it full time, and I've been doing it ever since 2016, 2017 was when I started back.
What's Cornell's record? How are they doing this season? I know Stowe is absolutely abysmal.
Which I was kind of surprised about Stowe Rocks this year, but Cornell actually did really, really well. We went all the way to the quarterfinals. We went to like you could say, I guess, like wild card of the last 2 years. Lost in the first round the last 2 years. Then we went to the second round this year. We lost a heartbreaker to Fort Cherry. By the score of 27-20. It was a really, really good game. Fort Cherry is actually the defending single A WPIAL champions from last season, and we almost beat them. We only lost 27-20. So it was a great game, but I was super proud of all of the players, the coaches, how they really, really fought against a team that blew us out actually earlier in the year, 35-6. So just losing to them 27-20 was huge deal for us.
That was a complete, especially compared to that blowout. That was a complete,
right.
Complete 180. That's nice, not bad. So what? Talk more about your upcoming podcast. What's your plans with all that? What's the name of it? You want to shout it out?
Yeah. So my upcoming podcast, my first episode is going to be tomorrow. I'm going to have, I guess, like different weekly guests on it, but a reoccurring guest. His name is Caleb Karate. He actually does music, used to do music, but he's been getting more into the whole sports thing, and he and I have been going back and forth every week talking about different topics in the NFL, talking about the Steelers, and I was like, I want to get back into doing podcasting. My podcast is called Chat with Chad. I had the podcast a few years ago, and I did a couple episodes. Just a couple episodes just to see like kind of how it went. And it was funny. I accidentally logged on to my SoundCloud and I listened to an episode that I did. And I was like, wow, I'm like, that sounded really good. I would love to get back into doing it again. So I'm like, let me get some like, decent, good, podcast stuff. And my birthday was just last week. So my wife.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday. I think I told you online, but yeah, happy birthday.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Just turned 36. So I sent my wife some ideas of this podcast stuff, and she hooked me up with this really nice podcast equipment, and that's that. So I'm going to start the Chat with Chad back up, and first episode is tomorrow. We're going to review Sunday's game against the Ravens, and then we're going to preview tomorrow's game against
the Browns. Yeah, we were talking about that at work today, and reminiscent when my dad and my brother, they went up to a Cleveland game when the Steelers played Cleveland. They just went on a whim, bought tickets online, and drove up there. And they're walking into the stadium, and like this was when I can't remember if it was 16 or 17. The Browns weren't horrible, but they weren't good. And as they're walking in the stadium, my brother was like, "Oh shit, Dad." He was like, our seats are in the end zone. My dad was like, yeah, that's where we want it. And lo and behold, they sat right in the center of the dog pound.
Oh, man.
He said as soon as they were walking like through their little tunnel rotunda, he said some chick up top was like, fuck you, Steelers. And it was just those two. But he said it was great. He said everybody there was super nice. They weren't like assholes or nothing. Like it was like, he said it was a really, really fun time and like a good experience. And it's not like Cleveland's a far ride. It's a 2-hour trip. So like,
I was going to say it's maybe 2 hours. Yeah.
We were looking at tickets online today just to see the cost of them, and like nosebleeds, they're like $14. There were end zone seats available for $90.
Wow.
End zone seats for $90. Like if I didn't have work Friday, I mean, obviously I'm a Cowboys fan and they're absolute abysmal this year. I wouldn't be like,
you guys did beat Pittsburgh this season, so
yeah, that was one of our 2 wins. Like, if I didn't have work Friday, I would possibly go up just to get the experience to do it, just to go and just have fun. I haven't been to a football game forever. I think the last one I actually went to, me, my brother, my buddy Chris, and I think Matt all went, and it was fun. It wasn't bad. We got to sit. I was friends with one of the Steelers players, Kevon Martin. I was friends with him for a while. I think he's on the Patriots now. I can't remember. But I played PlayStation with him. We played games together and then become friends with him. And he didn't have family up here, so he would always give me his family tickets. So we're sitting 50-yard line, 3 yards back. It was phenomenal. And we had always had an amazing time. Like, yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm a Steeler fan, but I'm a Cowboys fan. Like, that's my number one team. Like, I actually love their entire division. It's sad to say. Like, I like the Giants. I like the Commanders, the Redskins. Like, I like them all, but like, still, man. But I wish the Cowboys were better. Bobby, you don't really watch football that often, huh?
Nah, sometimes. Like Super Bowl parties, like I'll buy a block. I'll gamble like on sports. That's what I like to do.
Bobby's like, yeah, that's what I like to do. Me and Bobby used to go to a lot of pirate games, actually.
Yep.
And the one season, I think we went to like, I don't even know. I think we went to like 5 or 7 games that season. And every single time we sat down, Chad, I'm talking, we would never get to our seats before the game started. So we'd get to our seats like second inning, third inning, whatever. Every single time we sat down, boom, home run. Do you remember when we took my dad that time?
Yeah, it almost took our head off, like the one ball, yeah.
The ball come up flying. It was like, yeah, right past our head. Next batter, back-to-back home run. Yeah, right by our head.
It landed, it hit the railing. So it was like, like a little rainbow hit the railing and fired like straight at us, like
dude, it
right past
ricocheted
us.
so fast past our. Oh man, it was crazy. Like I love sports, man. I haven't gone to like nothing like lately, but I really want to like start going again. I didn't go to no hockey games. I mean, the Penguins they're terrible too. So
yeah, that's kind of surprising about the Pens. It's sad about the Pens. Well, and also the Pirates too. I mean, I went to one Pirates game this year and they lost. And I went to one Steeler game this year, and it was the Dallas game. And the game that we lost.
Bad luck. Just stay home. Just stay home and relax. Like
that's what I'm going to do.
Stay home and watch. Have you gone to any wrestling shows that have been here lately?
Well,
I mean, more recently.
Yeah, so every time that WWE comes here, if it's for a house show or if it's for Raw or SmackDown, I do go. So yes, the last time they were here, I think it was SmackDown.
I think it was SmackDown was the last one. Yeah.
Yeah, I did go, and it was pretty cool. I actually got to be a seat filler, which was pretty neat.
What the heck's a seat filler? Like if like in the back on camera side, hard cam side or something? You had
Correct.
to move down there?
Yeah, on the camera side. So like when the camera is filming out into the crowd, and if there goes to be like an empty seat for like if somebody goes to the bathroom or get food or whatever, then you seat fillers, you get pulled from this like crew that works for WWE and you over to the empty seats. So it doesn't look like there's any empty seats.
How the heck did you get that gig?
So I have a cousin actually. His name is Matt Fargo. He also does all of the like weekly Steeler broadcasts for high school football. Mm-hmm. Him and I think it's Johnny Patrician or Matt Patrician. He played for Pitt. So they do all of the KDKA Steeler games of the week for high school football, but he also works for PBG Paints Arena. He's like one of their like marketing people. So like if you ever get any emails, from PBG Paints Arena, that's him. Or if you see anything, posted on like Facebook about whatever, that's him posting it. So that's kind of like my hookup.
Your hookup here, that's your inside source.
Yeah,
me and Bobby worked for, it's called Wrecker, and we would like get the setup for like all the shows that come into town, concerts, wrestling, like everything. And so it was always cool. We'd be back, we'd go in the morning, we'd unload all the trailers, stagehands would come and they'd build the ring. We'd get to see them build the ring, the screens, cool. Like we got to see all the behind the scenes. And then we'd come in at night, when the show's ending or going on, and we'd get to see all the wrestlers, like everybody. Like it was always fun. Like I actually got a pair of Alexa Bliss's gloves. I don't even know where they're at. They're here somewhere. She was leaving and she just happened to take them off and threw them in a garbage can. And I was like, oh man, no. Actually, I was like, oh, that'd be cool to have them. And she stopped and she grabbed them and she threw them on top. And I was like, oh, hey, thanks. And I wish I would have thought like to grab a marker and but like got her to sign them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been really cool. But we got to meet like Triple H, Shane McMahon, like everyone, like, and it was always cool because they would always come to us and they would thank us for working and helping. It was always cool. Like a job was always sweet. A job was always fun. It had a lot of perks. We got to meet a lot of singers, everything. The only person who was an asshole, Bobby, I don't know if you remember or not, was Ed Sheeran. Man, he was a weirdo.
Really, dude. Ed Sheeran.
Behind the scenes, yeah.
Behind the scenes. We were at PNC Park and we're in the back in the trailers, like everything's already out there set up. And he was going to be coming by in a golf cart, like, just driving past there. They came by and took our cell phones off of us. So we couldn't take pictures of them or post anything online. Like it was so weird. Like he was, it was goofy. He was just weird. Like
that's kind of crazy because the last time he was in town, I believe he was at Caliente Pizza, just like passing out pizzas to fans. That's kind of surprising.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, it's always weird how they're different behind scenes. Like because you would always think like I don't know, they're like you would like whoever you would assume was nice ended up being like the cheap assholes basically. Like it was like really weird. Like all the rappers, they were amazing. They provided catering for everybody. Like they were sweet. They were cool. They took care of everybody. Like it was always nice. Because the only time that we got catering through work is if it was on a Sunday, Bobby, right? Is that what it was? Sunday night, I think it was.
Yeah, or depending how long like the call was.
Yeah. I remember my very first night because Bobby worked there before me. Bobby's like, yeah, come down at work. We'll only be here for like 6 to 8 hours because I worked my other job the next day. So I was like, all right. I was like, I just, I want to be home before 4 a.m. Bobby's like, yeah, don't worry. What was it? Was it Britney Spears or was it Taylor Swift? I can't remember who it was.
Taylor Swift. We did work that show. Yeah.
I think so. It was Taylor Swift.
If it was at Heinz Field, it was Taylor Swift.
Yeah. It was at Heinz Field.
When it was Heinz Field.
Yeah, when it was Heinz Field. Chad, we worked for 21 hours.
21 hours.
Wow. It was a hell of a first day.
Yeah.
It poured down rain. It was thunder and lightning. We just were at a standstill in the trailer. It's me, Bobby, and the boss. I really didn't know him. I didn't know what to say or what we could say or what we could do. So we're just like standing up forever. Finally, like the boss sits down there. Me and Bobby sit down like, dude, it was we were in that trailer for like 9 hours just sitting there waiting for the store to pass.
Did you work again? Or was you like 21 hours? Okay, I'm never going to work again there.
Oh, no. We worked there for a couple of years after that.
I was there for like 8 years.
Yeah. Okay. So. It was fun. I love that job. If COVID didn't happen, I'd probably still be working there. It was cool. Mm-hmm. It was always fun being behind the scenes, setting up for the concerts and all that. I remember, Bob, were you there for Mariah Carey at Benetton?
Probably.
So
that was like my go-to spot.
This is why, to me, it's like crazy the way Mariah Carey is. Like not crazy, but I get it. So when you're working in Benetton Center and you're behind the scenes, we have a lift and the elevator comes down and we take the freight in like parts of the stage or whatever to our left, which it would be the right from the front. That's where like the bathrooms were and that's where like everything is. And so we're down there and we're like, sitting there, we're hanging out, talking, whatever. We go down to take our break to go to the bathroom, like coffee break, union coffee break. But we go down. Our security guards are standing there with machine guns.
What?
At the of all places at the Benetton Center. Like they're standing there with machine guns. And we're like, we just want to go to the bathroom. And they're like, no, you can't use this bathroom. Like, what? This is the only bathroom we're allowed to use. Like, dude, it was crazy. Like that job was wild, man. It was always fun though. It was always fun. Back to wrestling. So what do you think about this whole Bloodline and the OG Bloodline feud?
I love it. I love it. I'm glad that Sami Zayn is back in the OG, Bloodline and all that. And I just love Sami Zayn and all of his, crazy antics and, Roman Reigns trying not to break character all the time. I mean, it's just awesome.
Bobby looks like he's not feeling very oozy tonight.
Oh, no, not feeling oozy.
Oh, what's the word?
Oozy.
Oozy?
Oozy.
Oh, that wrestling thing?
Yeah. It's their last name's Uso, and they just like Sami Zayn just on the spry said it one night, and it was hilarious.
Yes, it was.
So I missed Monday night. What happened? So is Rollins with them? Like, what's the whole deal? I know Bronson Reed is with the New Bloodline.
The New Bloodline. Yeah, I think that's what Rollins is probably going to be. I didn't catch the whole thing of Raw because I was binge watching the new season of Cobra Kai.
Oh my God, it's so good! Oh my God, I love it.
Incredible. Me and my wife are huge Cobra Kai fans, so
I love it.
So I didn't get to watch the whole thing of Raw. I mean, I saw like some highlights of it, but I think that's where they're going to go is to have Rollins be full time with the New Bloodline because of the of Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins are feuding. So it would just make sense.
Bob, do you watch Cobra Kai?
I watched the first 2 seasons, I think.
Oh my God!
Is it what's the new season? 3?
This is
part
4.
2. There's 2
part 2. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 parts. Yeah.
There's got to be 3 parts
of it.
Yeah.
There's 3.
Yes.
Right, I didn't watch the third one yet.
February.
3 parts of this.
Okay, no, I should be caught up then.
Dude, this is so. All right, well, if you think you're caught up, I don't want to say anything and like put a spoiler out there, but like I want to talk about it with Chad.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, Rob. I apologize now. Chad,
I'll forget in 5 minutes.
Chad, what did you think about the dude on Cobra Kai getting stabbed? That was a crazy ending.
Oh my God, I didn't see that coming. I thought somebody else was going to get stabbed, not him.
Yeah, I expected it to be like Hawk or Miguel. I didn't expect it to be like the bad guy. Like one of Cobra Kai's. Like I didn't expect that, man.
Well, see, what I originally thought, that didn't even begin to pop in my head about somebody getting stabbed. What I thought was going to happen was the guy from the Iron Dragons, the real big guy. I thought he was gonna fight Miguel in like the finals, and he was gonna do that like vicious like heart kick.
The heart kick punch, yeah.
His trainer did. I thought that that's what he was going to do to like Miguel or Robbie or something, and then one of them was going to either die or get severely hurt or have a heart attack from that. So when that happened, I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah, whenever he let that yell out, I was like, "Oh my God, he stabbed himself!" I was like, "Oh
he
no!"
Fell on the blade.
Yeah, I couldn't. Actually, whenever Kreese was first walking back and grabbing it. After they got eliminated, I was like, he's gonna kill himself in front of everybody right now. I was like, this is gonna be insane. I was like, this is nuts. I can't believe this is happening. I love Cobra Kai. I read online that the reason why they're stopping Cobra Kai is because they're doing another Karate Kid movie, and supposedly Jackie Chan's coming back, and Daniel Russo, he's gonna be back, or whatever his real name is. I can't think of his real name.
Ralph Macchio.
Ralph Macchio, yeah, I couldn't think of it. Yeah, so who's gonna be the younger kid?
What's that?
Is there gonna be like a new Karate Kid? Like, or is Jaden Smith coming back?
I don't think Jaden Smith's coming back. I saw like the poster, for it or the ad for it. It didn't have Jaden Smith on there, but Jackie Chan, Ralph Macchio, and then some other younger kid is gonna be the new one.
I think that'll be pretty cool. I love Cobra Kai is like one of my favorite shows. It's so funny. My girlfriend, like she'll say she hates it, but like she'll sit there and watch it with me. But she'll be on her phone, playing on her phone, but I'll like glance up and she won't even be looking at her phone. She'll just be watching the episode. So it's like, I'm like, all right, I know you might not like it, but you're definitely into it and watching it. But I'll have my daughter, like whenever they announced the new season was coming back and a date was actually released, I had my daughter, I would be like, Freya, like, tell Mommy, Cobra Kai never dies. And she'd be running through the house like, Mommy, Cobra Kai never dies. And she'd be like running through screaming. It was so funny. Like,
my wife got me into it because she watched like the first couple of seasons, like when it first came out.
It was on YouTube too for a while. Was she watching it then when it started on YouTube?
No, it was when it first came to Netflix. She started
on Netflix,
yeah. When it first came to Netflix, and she was like, "Babe, like you've got to watch this show. Like it is so good." And ever since then, I was like, I am so glad I got into the show because it literally keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, and this season especially is this season part 2, I should say, was literally absolute nonstop action the entire time from start to finish.
Yep.
It was just kick, punch. Like it was so good. I was into it the whole time. I loved it. I binged it the first day it was out. I binged it. I think I can't remember if I watched the final episode that day or if I watched it the next morning. I can't remember, but I binged it immediately. I was like, oh, I do it every time it comes out too. And I say, oh, I'm gonna take my time and watch this. I'm gonna slow down, but I never do. I just boom right through.
We're gonna binge watch it tonight.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man.
You guys better not have ruined anything for me.
Oh yeah, okay.
Someone's getting stabbed. I know that.
Sure, you don't know who does, so that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know
it's
who.
not okay. It's not okay, but still. Oh, that's hilarious. So, what are your real quick? What are your plans for your podcast? Like, I mean, I know do you have like a couple episode plan? Like, what's your
we don't have a couple episodes planned. We just have tomorrow's episode planned. Like I said, we're gonna review Sunday's game against the Ravens. We're gonna preview tomorrow night's game, and we'll probably talk about some other like big games coming up. Kansas City losing their first game of the season.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah. So probably every week, like we'll talk about it. And then like kind of just like game plan from there. I don't want to say wing it.
But
during that current week, we'll be like, hey, okay, you want to talk about this, you want to talk about that. So.
That's cool. At least you got like a basic idea going on. You guys sound like that'll be pretty cool. I'll be looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
Do you have a website? Are you gonna just like post it on Facebook, YouTube? What's your plan?
So I'm gonna be live streaming it on Facebook. And
nice.
See how that goes, like see how like the views are and people commenting or sharing, kind of seeing how that goes. So yeah, it's going to be live streamed on Facebook.
Are you going to do it on your account? You making a whole separate one? I just want to know, that way we can tell our viewers. We can post
we'll
a
tune
link
in
for you.
I'll
tune in. Yeah,
I'll drop a few comments.
Yeah, no. So yeah, it'll be on my personal Facebook, and if it starts to grow, then I'll probably like make. Like
evolve and make a page. Yeah.
Chatwithchad.com.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the title, man. Chat with Chad. That's like perfect, dude. I love that. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, shout out to my cousin Matt. He was the one that gave me the idea many years ago. So it just is stuck with me. So that's why I'm just keeping it Chat with Chad. So
I like it, man. I like it. All right. Well, we are running out of time. So that is going to do it for this episode of Life in Stereo, Chat with Chad. I am Poppahack. My man Payday on the Beat, Chad Himme, and we will see you next time. Yep.